I'm constantly downloading custom units that you guys have made because I think they look cool, but I never think about how I'm gonna have to fight them in a video when I really don't want to. Like, this thing is called the Slicer, and I'm just gonna have it face off against an army of poop. I don't care how strong it is, I really don't think I need to take something called the Slicer seriously. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds like it's being sold on a late night infomercial. Like, Vince Offer is gonna show up and tell me how the Slap Chop does a great job with onions, but the Slicer struggles with turds. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, where for today's episode, weeks of hard work are finally gonna pay off. Like, ever since the good and evil factions were released into the world of tabs, I've been trying to use them to take over everything. And now, the only thing standing between me and complete global domination is the Legacy faction. Yeah, it wasn't until I said that out loud that I realized how dumb this situation is. Like, you really wouldn't think that the world's last hope would ride on the shoulders of some poor people, a marching band of beer league boxers, and Gandalf. This is a level called Swift Wizardry, where, yeah, I kind of figured that the wizards were going to be our #1 problem, or at least getting to them, because they're going to have a bunch of meat shields rush us, which means any ranged units that we use aren't going to have a whole lot of time to do their thing. That being said, I really do think that a Divine Arbiter might be able to out-magic a wizard, might even be able to back them up with a couple of Radiant Glaives, and then the Devout Gauntlets will buy everybody some time. Like, I hate the fact that I constantly have to use the Devout Gauntlets as cannon fodder. They deserve better, they're devout. This faction needs their own heavenly hobbit. Somebody that you don't feel bad about throwing under the bus. Okay, this isn't going too poorly. That being said, I think he's gonna make you start electric breakdancing soon, so maybe you could kill him? Just kill him, read him whatever magic ion cannon words are in that book, I appreciate it. One down, only one more to go, that was easy. Why do I ever open my mouth and say anything is easy in this game? Honestly, all it does is ask for trouble and complications. This is a level called Fortified Formation, and it's definitely a formation. I don't know about being fortified. It looks like they're gonna make us get on our knees and pray before running us over with a tank. And if we manage to survive that shenanigans, then they've brought big pointy sticks, because why not? Maybe now, at the end of the road, is the Devout Gauntlet's time to shine. You know, I'm given a whole lot of money, which means I could surround the enemy with a semicircle. It's better than nothing, I suppose. I mean, they can't run over all of us, can they? You guys got your funny little radioactive brass knuckles? Just punch the tanks. Well, I need to finish my train of thought before I employ it, because as soon as I said punch the tanks, I realized this is a mistake. What are the odds the Church of the Wobbly Horse would grant us sanctuary? Like, I think it's pretty safe to say that right now the tank is the biggest problem, because they can run us over. But if we manage to scatter in the graveyard amongst the tombstones, then maybe we'd be safe? I don't know if they'd be able to get us over here. Then I could use some Devout Gauntlets to lead them over into our trap. And maybe an elephant on the roof? Is that stupid? Probably, but I think that might be a worthy tribute to the Church of the Wobbly Horse. There we go. Okay, we've got a bunch of cannons. Here we go. Okay, we've actually taken down a tank. Guys, what happened? Oh, right. The tanks shoot. They don't just drive. Maybe don't do that. I know. Yeah, that's why I didn't want you to do that. Like, you can't even script something that comedic. Like, it's just Muppets level of slapstick humor. God, it's painful though. Oh, we might pull this off. You're not alive anymore, are you? You good? Wait, oh. No, he was praying. He was doing like downward facing praying dog. Oh, okay. This could kind of work. The pointy stick is coming. We dealt with the tanks, you just gotta get the pointy stick. That's all that matters right now. I think we're in the clear. As long as they just have Teuton D's nuts left, then... Oh. Apparently you can die from praying? Since when? Retracting my offering to the wobbly gods might be a huge mistake, but at the same time, elephants and reindeer are two very different animals. Only one can land on roofs, so maybe we can put a couple of divine arbiters up there, and then that should work. I really do feel like that should have worked. Hopefully the devout gauntlets can take all of the initial tank shells, and then we blow them up. Good? We got a survivor. Is it just the one? Okay, well, that's better than nothing. I'm gonna need you to, like, shimmy around. No, please, no. Not like this. Oh, it's so painful. Oh, just kill him. No, I'm not even gonna help him. I could probably move him myself, but he deserves to get put into that shallow grave. How did we do worse? We did better with the elephant. I feel the need to point that out. Oh, these guys are screwed. Yeah, they're having a hard time maneuvering those poles in amongst all the gravestones. So maybe you can pull this off? They're all stuck. There's no way. You gotta pick off the pharaohs first. Actually, that guy first. Okay, that's great. Then the pharaohs, then the idiots with the sticks. If you hit the idiot with the sticks, then we're screwed. The pharaohs are gonna make you pray to death again. So just focus the guys that look important. The ones with the big hats, the ones with the pointy hats, I should say. Big hats is none too specific. You're too far away, aren't you? You got stuck in the bushes. All right, well, I guess I could take this into my own hands. You should be able to hit from here, right? Perfect. Okay, that's good stuff. And we could take out these guys while we're at it. Is this cheating? I feel like this isn't cheating. Just sniping people across the map. They're gonna come for you eventually, so you had better open up on them. Yes! Heaven takes over the Tabs world, it's over. And it was all because of a guy with his dick stuck in a bush. I won't lie to you guys, that campaign was actually kind of tricky, so I feel pretty good about having beaten this. But our work isn't done. Like, some of you know that I've been playing both sides. I've been helping the armies of both heaven and hell invade the world. And hell has still got a little ways to go to catch up. I remember now. When we last left off, the armies of hell were getting ruined in the streets by big, beefy boy bodies in a level called Blasted Skirmish. And like, it doesn't matter how many hundreds of hours I invest into this game, I'm never gonna know what counters a hamburger and shoulder pads. If you think of something like Pokemon, then it's obvious. You know, water puts out fire, fire burns grass. But in our case, I'm looking for something that's got like a pair of sesame seed buns, knee pads. Like, it just doesn't really add up. Even though technically, the Exiled Sentinel does have a bunch of spiky pads, and being one of the few female units in the game, I'm sure she's got some thick buns as well. Does that make any sense? Does that make enough sense? This is what a good general says before starting a war. I've recruited you based on the circumference of your cheeks. Hopefully you ladies don't mind dealing with snakes. Okay, well that wasn't so bad. Yeah, he's the real problem. Hopefully he doesn't like grabbing hold of all the spiky armor. Or at the very least, you guys can chop him down. Like, he's got so many exposed parts. Hit him anywhere except for the left shoulder or the belly button. Please, hit anything. No. Wishful thinking. Okay, from here on out, I'm not gonna go for units with the best ass, because let's be honest, even these ones are a little lacking. This is gonna be a bit of a risky move, but whether or not it pays off will depend entirely on whether or not the Shadow Walker remembered to pack both the lunch and his brain this morning. Because I want to see if I can get them to teleport to the back of the enemy ranks, whether it be onto the archers, which would be a good thing, or directly onto the Minotaurs, which would be a bad thing for them, not for us, because then the Minotaurs would charge into these dummies and leave the rest of our units untouched. They'll be able to do their business. We can have some mad mechanics walking down the alleyways, torching everything, maybe a couple of void cultists backing them up. It seems like a good strategy, so long as you guys actually do the right thing. I think they got half the archers. 50% isn't quite what I was looking for. Oh, great. I don't suppose I could have this burger medium rare, please. Just tenderize it and torch it. That's all I really ask of you. I mean, the Minotaurs didn't even bother grabbing hold of the Shadow Walkers, because at least then they would have their hooves full. It's really hard to grab onto a whole lot of units at once when you don't have opposable thumbs, but wasn't even that lucky. No, this is not working at all. Actually, you guys killing stuff over here? I didn't realize, wait, did we kill one of the, I think we actually killed a Minotaur. That worked! I would have bet money that our goose was cooked there, but it turned out to just be the enemy's rump roast. Guys, come on, I just put your Minotaur out to greener pastures. Why do you need to call in the God Killers and the Gods? This is a level called Demonic Invasion. I think they might be talking about me. The Shadow Walker is really gonna shine in this level. I can already see it happening because they're gonna jump to the back, they're gonna take out those ballista, and then we'll be able to use expensive units. Like if we put down a couple of Tempest Liches, then they should be able to take out the Phalanx. And then I could get Deathbringer to go after Zeus, and a couple of Sentinels to distract everybody. Something like that. It all hinges on the Shadow Walker. Get in there. They kinda did their job. They missed one. How do you miss one? Why would they jump on top of Zeus? Man, we got rolled over. Never mind. I forgot about our Tempest Liches. So long as we're the ones controlling the lightning, then Zeus can go and blow it out his ass. Come on, no, that hurts. You see, if the Shadow Walker had taken care of your dumb ass, then I would have won! I'm gonna assume that metal shields and tabs work differently than in real life. So if you hit one with a lightning bolt, it results in a block, rather than a shock. I just need to buy the Void Monarch a little bit of time. We just need to kind of stop Zeus from doing his thing for like a couple of seconds. Come on, ladies, you got this. Girl power and so on and so forth. I just want to let him do his anime movement and appear behind Zeus. Oh, please stop falling over. All the voltage surging through his bones is a real problem. Because he keeps lying down and then taking it. He's not gonna die that way very easily. He might void his bowels again, because you do that when you die, and he's already died once. Oh, please, don't let the snake bite your dick. This is good. This is good, I think. That's a victory! Right down to the wire. I was gonna say, I swear if that friggin' pikeman or Spartan, or what are they technically called? If the guy with the pointy stick won, I would've lost my damn mind. I think the cold might be finally getting to the Viking faction. And I don't mean that because they're blue in the face. I mean because this level is called Dismantling the Spears, but the Viking faction doesn't have any spears. They don't have any pointy sticks at all. They've just got axes and helmets. Maybe the helmets are on a little too tight? Oh, it might be because their formations are in the shape of arrows? They're not really spears, right? They just kind of look like road paint. Either way, if they're gonna send in a bunch of melee units, then I'm gonna get the Infernal Whip involved. It's been a while since I've used this secret unit, and I would imagine they're best in close quarters. Maybe we could also get a couple of Void Cultists to tank, and then I suppose Exiled Sentinels and Shadow Walkers? Shadow Walkers? Shadow Walker, actually, I can only get one. All right, Shadow Walker, let's see where you're gonna go. Yeah, to the back where you get jumped, go figure. I kinda like this combination though, with the Void Cultist kind of pulling everyone in and drawing attention, and the Infernal Whip doing his thing. His thing does not seem to be much, even though he is slowly but surely killing them all. Hey, that actually worked. It's kind of flashy, but it doesn't have a lot of impact. No, he slowly whips them, there's no crack, and they burst into flames, but they're kind of like slow, dull flames, and then stuff just falls over. You don't feel the impact until everything's dead. How did we go from a conga line of women wearing pointy hats to a frost giant and Valkyries? This is called Mythical Bastion. And I mean, I kind of hate the fact that the giant has such gigantic back and shoulder muscles that he's constantly T-posing to assert dominance on me. Like, do some leg presses, for Christ's sake. Something tells me whipping his skinny legs isn't gonna have the same impact that it did last level. That being said, I am gonna have to rely on the Shadow Walker again, because they've got ice archers, and I wanna use big units, but I can't have them freezing solid, so hopefully you guys are smart enough to go after the thing that I want you to go after. Every time I say that, they never do, but fingers crossed, because our Void Monarchs will not do well in the cold. And then we'll back them up with some mad mechanics. Yeah, I mean, maybe if they freeze, we can thaw them out with a little hellfire. Does that sound reasonable? Did you guys go after the archers? Just stab them, please. Or get frozen. I guess we got like some of them, kind of. Oh yeah, that hurt. You can't get one shot killed, can you? Oh my God. He got punched back into the underworld. You gotta be kidding me right now. So we only got one transformation. That is brutal. And you're frozen. Okay, the giant is gonna be a giant problem. So how many Tempest Liches do you think it takes to kill a giant? Maybe 4? 5 possibly? Because then we've got $4,000 left over. Look, we can still get an entire army. I got a bunch of exiled sentinels, and then maybe a mad mechanic behind each of them. Maybe more shadow walkers, something like that. Just kind of diversify our portfolio of stupidity. I like that idea. Yeah, this feels a lot better. Now we just got bodies in front of the liches. The storm is opening up and completely missed the giant. So 4 wasn't the number. Okay, that's a pain in the butt. Don't suppose you could kill the Valkyries in the sky, considering you can control the weather? No? Okay, yeah, you see, this faction's just got huge holes in it. It's gonna make world domination real difficult. I'm gonna give this one more try. I remember that the Void Cultist was really difficult to freeze. Like, we had tried to freeze a bunch of these guys in the past, and it was not working. So hopefully that'll play into them defending the Infernal Whips. I liked this combination earlier. There's no reason I shouldn't like it now. Fingers crossed. Good. Yeah, you guys are a little bit slow, but that's okay. I don't mind you getting chilly. I just don't want you freezing solid. And you can whip through that little area. Good. How's the giant doing? He's kind of getting stuck in all the swords, which is perfect. Oh, don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze. Just get cold. We've got units that are big enough that they're too difficult to freeze. They've got too much health. So they just slow down and take out the giant. Perfect. Now, you just need to survive long enough to get to the archers. Oh crap, no. I said that you guys couldn't freeze. I said that you were gonna be able to make it. You're looking real chilly, but if more you could take out, the more you could survive. Here we go, come on, whip, damn it, whip it real good. I just wanna breathe on them like, come on, warm up guys. You got big flamey whips. Are they actually gonna pull this off? I can't, oh, no. We're good. Right down to the wire on the very last attempt. If we had lost this, I would have definitely rage quit. Even though I said I was gonna quit, I would have rage quit. I'm constantly downloading custom units that you guys have made because I think they look cool, but I never think about how I'm gonna have to fight them in a video when I really don't want to. Like, this thing is called the Slicer, and I'm just gonna have it face off against an army of poop. I don't care how strong it is. I really don't think I need to take something called the Slicer seriously. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds like it's being sold on a late night infomercial. Like, Vince Offer is gonna show up and tell me how the Slap Chop does a great job with onions, but the Slicer struggles with turds. What the hell happened there? Like, one look at this thing made me think that it was some kind of blade god, but it just got overrun by a bunch of dookie. I thought that was gonna be a freebie. Let's try another freebie. How about 20 hobbits? How are you gonna dice them up? You're good at throwing the blades, and in dodging, you move pretty quick. So he's got a melee attack and kind of like a default autonomous range attack. Because he doesn't need to shoot a bow. The blades just kind of throw themselves while he stabs. It's a really cool unit. It's just kind of dumb that it floats around at melee range because it It's not the strongest. Actually, I kind of like that. I keep complaining about how people make units that are way too strong so you can't use them in battle. This is the kind of thing that I could actually see me using in a campaign. 5,500 might be a touch expensive. I think too much was invested in the hover boots and not enough in their health. But that being said, I would like to see how they will face off against something like the Frost Giant, Ice Giant, whatever you want to call it. This shouldn't be a fair fight. It's 22,000 to 6,000, but I get the feeling the Giant might be able to pull this off. If he can turn his neck down. See, it's too many chest exercises. He can't look down to breathe. In the blue corner, we have Godzilla, who seems to have forgotten to shave his legs and is doing his best zombie impression. And in the red corner, we have Mechagodzilla, who is not screwing around nearly as much. He is armed to the tits. I mean, Godzilla's definitely got the height advantage. He's a couple dozen feet taller, but I think Mechagodzilla has the bullet advantage, so not really sure how Godzilla's gonna handle this. Okay, no, never mind. This was a mismatch, to say the least. Oh, there's the atomic breath coming out of his invisible mouth that's apparently 3 stories above his head. Oh, are you gonna run him off the edge of the map? That would actually be a sweet victory. He's surviving the attack and outsmarting the robot. I'm dumbfounded. I would have not thought that that would happen. Way to go, Godzilla! I had actually downloaded like a couple dozen custom units, but it seems like a lot of them are broken. So how about we end off with the unit called Marov? I'm not really sure. It just looks really cool. He costs 6,000, so I would imagine having him face off against the Pirate King and Queen shouldn't be that much of a mismatch. Can't even imagine what he does. Oh. All right, oh yeah, shish kebabs right in the bunghole. Yeah, they felt that one for sure. They can't even swing at him. Fortunately, they have a bunch of alternate attacks. Blackbeard is doing his best to strike a pose before launching the cannonballs. I think the Queen is doing her best to get those grenades out. They're really taking a beating. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Or the spike that broke the Queen's coochie, whatever you want to say. He was puncturing both of them at the same time, wasn't he? So I wonder what his limit is. Maybe around 69 hobbits? Nice. Go ahead and ravage all those little buttholes. Wow. So not only did he keep them in perfect formation, which was the childish scribble that I went with, but he even left one up as an example. He's a genius. Alright, you know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Guys, please keep leaving your recommendations in the comments. Last episode was very helpful, even though I don't know if I took many of them for today, but I am writing stuff down and downloading stuff, and it's helping me get more videos out. And just, on a side note, I gotta say, I really should have more of my videos end like this. It just feels homely, comforting. But thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.